Oh, I'm silent. That makes so much sense. I was in fact... Yeah, no, yeah, fair enough. Can you hear the game? You can't hear the game. You should be able to hear the game. Well, I mean, there's no game, but... Why can't it... Hello, hello, hello. Corkland. Hello, NG. Hello, Chef Pig. So we're having an issue with the sound here. I think the issue is I'm wearing headphones. If I'm wearing headphones, it won't put sound through the capture card, which means I'm probably going to have to take my headphones out, which is sucky. 15 people already, bloody hell, I haven't even started yet, mate. Yeah, no, I did see that. There's an issue with slaves. I mean, there is an issue with slaves just in general, to be honest. I don't think we should have slaves. But you meant saves, so that's fair enough. We may get Rayman 3 on the GameCube. I hope we get Rayman 3 remastered properly. What am I doing? Right. Audio output. Automatic. Well, I want it to come out the TV. It's not going to do it, though. I'm going to fucking... Okay. There's no way to sort this, is there? You said you will stream me, Corkben. Okay, well, we're getting rid of the headphones. Well, that works, but now I can hear it out my monitor, so I've got to plug my headphones into the monitor. Hang on. This is an absolute travesty. Okay, well, I can hear it. Can you hear it? If I do the popping and the moving of the sounds, can you hear that? Is that too loud, too quiet? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything that goes on. Is this working? Yay. It might be working. Is that Switch 2? It is a Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch 2. As opposed to a man who likes to switch it up in the bedroom twice. I haven't even started yet, mate. Wow, I have terrible knowledge of flags. I don't know what flag that is. Is there a Ubisoft forward event in January? I think you mentioned that. I mentioned that I think there should be. But I don't think there is. I mean, there might be. Whoa, I forgot this thing had the mouse control. What a console. I think there should be a Ubisoft forward in January, because they've got a lot of stuff they're just not talking about, so I think there will be, but I don't know for sure. You prefer the Revolution version? Ooh, I think that might be a hot take. Is that the Indian flag? Good to know. What games even use the mouse? Nothing yet. Nothing at all. I don't think. Well, I mean, that's not true, but I mean nothing that I've seen, which is obviously only the only thing that counts. Why have I put... Okay, yeah, right. Lovely. Platonic Trouble. What are we here for? No, we're playing Banjo-Tooie. Or Banjo-Tooie. Hang on. So, right, full disclosure, this is the first time I've ever used the N64 NSO app. I signed up for Nintendo Switch Online with the expansion pack today. I've had no reason to otherwise. I have a question. The question is more or less, what the fuck is this? Oh, different languages. Okay, I'll understand that. Different language ports. What's the difference between the European and the non-European Banjo-Tooie. What's all that about? When tonic became trouble, I cried. Bro said, "Give me tonic trouble and make it double." Nice. There it is, the worst Rayman game ever made. Do you think Rayman 2 is the worst? Oh yeah, it's frame rates. It is frame rates. The games run differently on the PAL versions. That is true because of the hertz rate. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm now going to have to play Banjo-Tooie another 2 times, aren't I? There's only one version of Rayman 2, which is hilarious, because that game is famous for having about 300... I don't have an expansion pack. Oh, actually, I do. That's what the thingy's called. Anyway, Rayman 2, The Great Escape, on the Nintendo Switch 2. I was right. It fucking did come true. It is real. I knew it. Wow. That's disgraceful. Is the frame rate always going to be like this? Okay, sorry. I've only ever emulated this version. I've got it. It's up there. Somewhere. Right there. You can't really see it, but that's it. But I haven't actually got an N64 to play it on. So I've only ever emulated this. And it ran a lot better than this did. Make sure you use save states. Yes, I'm well aware of this. And I'm not doing this all in one go because it's Christmas. I got things to do. In other words, buying presents for my family who I'm seeing on Friday. So this will be a double stream. We'll do the second half of this game at some point soon. All hail almighty Corkben. Can you play it in Spanish? Maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll change the language. I've played this game enough times that, to be honest, playing it in Spanish, I'm still going to know what's going on. It might help me learn Spanish. At the moment, all I can say is "Yo me tiro un pedo," which means I farted. That's all I can say in Spanish. I think Corky's got an expansion pack in his pants. No, I have a beer. Speaking of which. Dilly dilly. I have a hole in my table now after doing that. How different is the N64 version compared to the PC version? Those two are almost the same. So it was N64 first, and then the PC version is basically that, but running better with ever so slightly better music and better, like, not visuals, but just like slightly higher resolution textures. So these two are pretty much the same. I think the colour's a bit off on the N64 port though. Yeah, take a shot every time you die. I don't die in Rayman. Cooking with Corkben and it's just beer. PC is an N64 with CD audio and better textures, yeah. And then the PS1 version was released a bit later. And it's cut down massively. Because midway through development, a different team took over making the PS1 port, and they didn't get the memo that a lot of things changed when making the main port, so that's why things are different. That's why like all the lumps have eyes and like it's a different design and stuff like that. Honestly, I like the PS1 version. I think it's good. Maybe it's not the best. The best one's the Dreamcast one, which is the same as this, but with a few extra features, better frame rate, better textures and so on. Yeah. Ben, let me know how you like the input delay, by the way. Oh, is there input delay? There better not be bloody input delay. I've played the SNES games, because back in COVID times, I played through Donkey Kong Country, apologies, that was it. So that cost me however many months of subscription I forgot to cancel for. The buttons are in the wrong place. I don't like this, but we move, whatever. Jesus, yeah, the frame rate's hideous. There's not much input delay as far as I can tell. This feels okay. I mean, it doesn't. The frame rate's pretty dodgy. I'm not complaining. When playing Rayman 2 on a modern console, I'm very happy about this. My brother asks how you play Rayman 2 on the Switch. The Nintendo on 64 NSO thingy, it released today. I didn't explain that very well. Do your best yeah impression. Nah, after this. Now this is an interesting... Oh, hang on. That's bubbling. We almost... We're almost going to get some unmonetizable visuals there. The best one is from PS2. See, Rayman Revolution to me is a different game. It's a very different game. I agree, yeah, like you say, you think it was a different game, because... Whoa, that is weird. I am not a fan of these controls at all. Okay, whatever. Yeah, for some reason they cut levels in the PS1 version, but had voice acting. It makes no sense. The PS2 one, it's not a level-based adventure anymore. It tries to be open world, because it's got the hub world, but it's also got like power-ups you can get and stuff like that, which just give it a different vibe. It kind of takes away the magic of Rayman 1, of Rayman 2, in my opinion. So I'm not a massive fan of the PS2 version, although I like it, and when I've played Rayman 2 many times in quick succession, the PS2 one's quite nice because it's a different experience. That's why I like the PS1 version, because it's still the level by level Rayman 2 that I know and love, and it's still got the vibe of Rayman 2 that I know and love. But the levels feel a bit different. It's like playing it for the first time again. Oh, what up, Glowbox? Welcome. Your children are over there. They're about to start crying. Murphy looks like a kid fiddler that's high. Potentially. Do you think the PC version is good? Yeah, I grew up playing the PC version. So maybe I'm biased just because I know I had good experiences with it. But as I recall, I haven't played the PC port for a while. As I recall, though, it's good. Dreamcast is my favourite, though. Not Daddy Glowbox. There we go. You don't like Rayman 2 because it feels slow, but you like Rayman Revolution. I guess it kind of kicks off a bit quicker. I don't think it's that slow though. Dude, man, the textures on this N64 port is tragic. Also, hello, 27 people on the stream right now. That's a lot of people this early in a stream, so welcome all. Rayman 2 on the Nintendo Switch. That's what's going on. With crying children and beer. What more do you want? Do you prefer the new Rayman with the design of Rayman 2 or 3? Rayman 3. Perfect Rayman design in my opinion. Mind you, each Rayman design fits his character perfectly. Like, he's more angsty and edgy in Rayman 3, so his design fits it. Where there's a bit more like child fantasy adventure to Rayman 2, and his design fits that, so he always looks appropriate, I think. Hello. Adam Gamer, hello. Mega Motion, hello. Michael Johnson, all like... Yeah, fair enough. I was going to say... Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. Something I probably shouldn't repeat. Not Michael Jackson, I can happily say that. At least Rayman 2 isn't as painfully difficult as Rayman 1, that is true. Yeah, see, the action in Rayman Revolution I'm not a fan of. I find that quite slow. I think the extra action... I'm not sad, I'm a happy boy. I've got beer and Rayman, what more do I need? A Christmas jumper with a snowman? Yes. But yeah, the extra action scenes in Rayman Revolution, you know, like the bombarding of the enemies. I don't know, it's too slow. And it's not very engaging to me, personally. Rayman in Rayman 2 looks like a potato. He does. Yeah, the 99 Robo-Pirate sequence. I don't enjoy that. It's quite slow. Any news of a Rayman 1 or 2 remake? I don't know. There's been no new news recently. I don't think it's a Rayman 2 remake, simply because stuff like this is happening. Why would they remake Rayman 2 now? Could be a Rayman 1 remake, but there's been no news. I'm hoping, because they need to announce Prince of Persia for January, they need to announce Assassin's Creed Black Flag for March. Sorry, I can't stop burping. This beer is going straight to my my lungs. I'm hoping they'll do a Ubisoft Forward in January, where they'll show a bit of Rayman. That's my hope. In Rayman 1 he's a toddler, Rayman 2 he's a child, Rayman 3 he's an adult. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Hey, Mr. Cork Top 5. Hope you're doing well. Hello, SXM Dub. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a long day because I was up an hour earlier than normal because we have builders in the house. So, very ready to play Rayman and have some fun. Murphy can go away though. There we go. Rayman 2. Oh, you're typing too quickly, mate. Rayman 2 is one of the best looking games on N64. I don't know how they nailed it so hard on the first try. It does look pretty bloody good. But have you played Banjo-Kazooie? Looks worse. So your statement is still true. They need to announce Rayman 3 Remastered. They do. I think they should do a Ubisoft Forward in January. It's too late now for December. Well, yeah, it's true. Rayman 3's design was so good, it just stuck for years until Origins, which is pretty impressive. Are we doing 100% stream for this? I think we'd get 100% this game. Hey Ben, would you like to see Rayman in Smash Bros. And what would his moveset be? I mean, I'd like to see Rayman everywhere, but I'm not a massive Super Smash Brothers fan. And by that I mean I played it once and I didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know what his moveset would be in the sense that I don't actually really know how the game works. But I'd like to see him in Smash because I think that's going to do wonders for his popularity. Also, it's going to make Blokey on Twitter very, very happy. Hello, it's my favourite game from my favourite streamer. Aww, I'm not Markiplier. But hello, welcome. Rayman 2 on the Switch. On the Switch 2. I assume it's on the Switch 1 as well. Like I say, I've not been... I've not played the N64 expansion pack crap. Fucking... Do you know what? I really want to change the camera controls. This is annoying me. You can't. God damn it, okay. You can. Huh? What? Okay. Yes, I've not played this before, so I don't know if you can play this on the Switch 1 or if it's just Switch 2. Sorry, I'm not reading any of the chat because I'm trying to sort this. I am well aware you need to use save states. It's annoying, but yeah. Right, jump should be... I don't know what jump should be. Hang on, what do we... Ah! Oh, now I'm so confused. Wait, B? That needs to be jump. Okay. X needs to be attack. No, Y needs to be attack. Why is that turn camera left? Oh, this is all going to pot. Is it worth getting an N64 pass to play all these games on the Switch 2? Yeah, for Rayman 2. Not for anything else. Banjo-Tooie. Shoot. Okay. Reset camera. We'll jump with that one too. That's close enough, right? That's more like it. Yay, we're controlling like a real game. How do you go down? Okay. Wait, they don't have the camera controls and the buttons by default. Oh, I didn't try the buttons. No, they don't. The N64 pass with the default Switch Online, the GameCube is on the premium. Are you kidding me? I didn't have to pay for the fucking premium tier. I'm not paying enough attention. I paid for the bloody premium tier because I think I needed it for this. God damn it. Well, I'll have to play Wind Waker now, won't I? Ridiculous. New challenge, complete the game with random controls. Yeah, I'm going to have to. That's what it feels like. Although this feels a little more normal. I've spent some of the day playing The Simpsons Hit and Run, so I'm currently really used to exactly the controls I was using for that. So I just figured jumping and attacking, I'll do the same. I have a feeling the N64 games are the premium tier. I feel like I tried to play them once. But it didn't work. Hey Corkben, which DLC crossover from Mario and Rabbids will you choose? Donkey Kong or Rayman? I'm going to be completely honest. I preferred the Donkey Kong DLC. Not because I prefer Donkey Kong to Rayman. I just think there is absolutely input lag here. I just think the Donkey Kong levels were a bit better. I also prefer Kingdom Battle to Sparks of Hope, which I think is probably a hot take. I don't think many people will agree with me on that one, which is a shame. Well, no, I mean, I'm glad people like Sparks of Hope. And I was really glad Rayman was in it. I just preferred the first one. Shh, don't tell him. Okay, so I was right. I didn't just waste 30... You can't do the expansion pack one monthly. I had to pay for a bloody year of this. I plan on finishing this game tomorrow. Well, now what do I do? Obviously, you know, £35 instead of 70 buckaroos is quite nice. Sony, you bastard. Never understood why they did the Mega Drive thing as well. I don't understand why there is input lag on this service. It's annoying. There shouldn't be. This isn't streaming, is it? This game is on my Switch, right? There's no way this is streaming. So there shouldn't be input lag. Is there a yellow lum I have to collect around here? Oh, bloody hell, there might be. I've forgotten. You can play Tonic Trouble. I will play Tonic Trouble soon. Another Ubisoft game. Ah, the thingy's just disappeared, but I saw Donald Duck Quack Attack, and yeah, I would like Quack Attack. It's a Dreamcast game, though, isn't it? Are you playing it on Switch 1 or Switch 2? I am playing it on Switch 2. There is a yellow lung. I knew it. It's not streaming. You can play it offline. It's so weird. So yeah, why the fuck is there input lag? Because yes, there absolutely is. In answer to your earlier question, wow, I can tell you the input lag is not nice. Quack Attack was on everything. So was Steve-O, but you know, he's fine now, isn't he? CRT filter will be riot. Jeeves, okay. How the hell did you do that? You can rewind. You can rewind. I will be rewinding if I miss a jump. I have no shame. Man, this section looked so good in Rayman 2 Redreamed. They really tarted this bit up a bit, made it look very luxurious. Even Quack Attack on the Game Boy Color uses the Rayman engine. That's incredible. I have a question, this is also for chat. When Rayman 4 comes out, should we let this franchise die? No! It'll be the first time in 15 years the franchise has been alive. You have to save state and change it in the app settings. God damn it. I am going to do a CRT filter, because I like CRT filters. You bastard. Oh yeah, fair play, that was quite easy. Ah. Can tidy that up a bit. How do I... filthy. Oh, now we're talking. This is sexy. You forgot we had loading screens. Oh, of course, yeah. Do you know what? I've been playing The Simpsons Hit and Run with a fully connected map, and that's so nice as well, seeing the game without like loading screens or having to do things separately. So yeah, Rayman 2 Redreamed stopping the loading screens was a very good move. One I'm very happy about. CRT filter is pretty decent. I mean, it doesn't look exactly like a CRT, but it's on the better side of CRT filters, I want to say. Looks alright. But, oof. Yeah, it's never perfect. Sometimes I prefer it to not, though, for the simple reason that textures can look a bit garbo. Garbo. You know what? My dialect is getting more insufferable by the day. And any day now, I'm just going to have to stop talking. But, yeah. The new Switch looks awesome, but I'm unsure if it's worth giving up such a grotesque amount of money for. Well, I can confirm, as someone who has played exactly 2 games on this console since June, I pre-ordered the console, regrettably it is worth every penny. Don't tell Nintendo that, because, you know, fuck them for the price. But, like, god damn it, Mario Kart's really good, and Donkey Kong was really good, and oh, the Switch 2 feels better than the Switch 1, and the Word is really good. 70 quid games is absolutely heinous, but whatever. Controllers being bigger is a big upside for me. Normally I'm not one to complain about that kind of thing. People always complain like the PS4 controller is too small. I've never understood that. But I must say, you play Mario Odyssey for 10 hours straight with the original Joy-Cons and your hands start to hurt a little bit. Not fun. Corkben is a Luigi confirmed. Of course. It's definitely nothing to do with the fact that green is my favourite colour, and that's the only reason I chose him. Although actually I do love Luigi. He is my boy. Mario Party Oh, you fucking... This is what happens when I read the chat. Are you by chance catching the dialect from Wade Nixon of Dank Pod's Carbo Time? No, I've not heard of that. Are you going to play Tonic Trouble? Yeah, but not today. The audible and portable mode is so much better than in Switch 1. Absolutely. Mario Party NSO stream when you can peg 3 mates to suffer with you. You had me until you said that I could peg 3 people. And then you really had me, so we'll do it next week. Yeah. Fucking RetroArch is the best way to play this game. Haha, if you don't own a GameCube. Not GameCube, Dreamcast. You know what? I even messed up that one sentence. This is ridiculous. Dreamcast is the best way to play it, though, because of the sexy controller. Some people don't like it, but I like it. If they ever did a Rayman 4, would you prefer a brand new main villain or someone like Razorbeard returning? Brand new villain. Have Razorbeard be in it. Have Andre be in it, whatever, Mr. Dark. But this is the problem with legacy sequels. If you're going to do a legacy sequel, you have to be aware, and this accounts for movies, this accounts for TV shows, this accounts for games. Right? I'm not going to be reading the chat for Ox. I'm going on a ramble about this, so if you ask me any questions, don't. Whatever will we do? Anyway, so you do a legacy sequel. You have a good trilogy, let's say. And you do a legacy sequel 20 years later. You're like, oh, we need to bring everyone back. I know. We'll get everyone's favourite villain. So what happens is you get a rehash of the first one, or the most popular one. You bring back, I don't know, I can't actually think of an example right now, but you know it happens. They're like, oh, who is the Pirates of the Caribbean, for example? You know, they were going to bring back, what's he called? The dude with the tentacles. They never made that film, it got cancelled, but they were going to do that, and that would have sucked, because why are you bringing back the tentacle fella? They already killed the tentacle fella. David Jones, that's the bastard. Don't do that, because what you then do is you have a bad film that is just doing nostalgia hits. It's just basically like doing the second film, but again, for the sake of reminding people that it was good before. No, what made it good before was that it had a really cool original villain. Fucking ridiculous. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't bring back Razorbeard. Don't bring back whoever you want to bring back. Make a new villain. Make Rayman 4 what it would have been if it came out in 2006, you know? That's what I'm saying. That said, you know, have the references, sure. Have a couple little characters and reference the older games, but just don't make this new one nothing but a reference to the old ones. That's what I'm saying. I massively overcomplicated that. I did not need to use that many words. Anyway, emulating is fun unless you want to enjoy yourself. I normally don't ever have a good experience with emulators, but I also, despite having a degree in using computers, am remarkably bad at getting emulators to work. Bring back Andy the Black Lum. If any of the villains were to return, it would be Andre. And what I would choose would be Andre. If any of the villains are going to return, it's absolutely Razorbeard. But that's because Rayman 2 is probably the most popular. But I would take a Hoodlum sequel any day of the week. Space Adventure. A Rayman Space Adventure. That sounds intriguing. First Rayman 2 re-release after 14 years. Was the last one the 3DS port? And now it was 2011. They haven't released it since then. It's crazy. It released about 1,000 times in 12 years and then it didn't for ages. I do have to wonder if the Rabbids would show up in a new version of Rayman 4. I would kind of like that. I want to see what the original Rayman 4 would have been if Ubisoft finished it, but yeah, it would be quite nice. I can picture, depending on what the remake is, if the remake is Rayman 2, then they probably wouldn't. But I do think that if the remake, whatever Rayman 4 is, it might merge everything. So it might take pirates and hoodlums and rabbids and do a bit of everything. But if it's Rayman 2, would they do pirates again? If the remake is Rayman 3, would they do hoodlums again? Probably not. Whoops, I did the wrong button there. We'll see. That's why Sonic Forces sucked. Oh, what was up? I am completely Sonic illiterate. What happened with Sonic? Rayman 3D was terrible. We don't talk about mobile ports of Rayman games. Rayman 3D is not a good port, I'll be honest, but mobile ports of Rayman games are not always that bad. Give me a second to think about one that's good, and I'll get back to you. Phantom from the Phantom Show won't be considering Rayman villain, because he's... Yeah, he's more of a Rabbids villain than a Rayman villain, because it's just not a Rayman game. It's like Rayman's a side character in the Mario and Rabbids universe. That's kind of the way I've been seeing it. Like, if they made a third Mario and Rabbids, I'm not expecting him to be in it, because... Was Donkey Kong in the second one? Unless I missed something major, I don't think he was. He may have been. I did 100% that though, so I don't think so. They should just make Rayman 1 in the Legend style for the remaster. I don't think they should. I think they should remake Rayman 2, and then just for the sake of it, do some DLC for Legends, because you can already play Legends everywhere. Switch, PS5, PC, you can still play Legends anywhere. Re-release it on PS5 and Xbox Series X and Switch 2 just for the sake of having like super updated versions. But just drop DLC in the form of a level pack, which is just Rayman 1 adapted for that gameplay. Doesn't need to be a full game, doesn't need to be a remake, just DLC. Bulk Legends out. Remake Rayman 2, remaster Rayman 3. Give Origins a proper re-release, because we love a bit of Origins, and then we're happy. But most importantly, remaster Rayman 3, because that's what I said in my first ever Astrobot video. I've been weirdly right about a lot of things, because I very, very quickly after that said they should do this. And while it did take nearly 18 months, this has happened. We're playing Rayman 2 on the Switch. So, you know, Rayman 3 Remastered, we should do it. Ubisoft, if you're listening, make it now if you haven't already. Prove me right, please. Well, at least I admit that this original version has better cutscenes than Redreamed. I disagree. I completely disagree. While I am a fan of the Rayman 2 cutscenes, because it's Rayman 2, it's pretty much the first game I ever played, I love the Redream cutscenes. I think they were really fun. They were different than Rayman 2 that we're used to. And when it's a remake of the game, you got to be careful, because the levels have to be the same. So you want to make it unique, you want to change it a bit, put your own personal spin on it, but without losing the identity of the game. You change the levels too much, you're not really remaking Rayman 2. So they merge the levels a bit so there's no loading screens, redo the cutscenes in their own way. I think it was really good. No, I personally really like the cutscenes. And it turns out it was made because of time constraints. I think they should keep it like that, personally. Well, I'm going to commit suicide. Cutscenes in-game. I mean, that does make sense. What if they pull out the Rayman Java phone collection for the Switch 2? I will stream that before anything else. Those Java games, ugh, I love them, except fucking Mario Kart. No, Mario Kart? No, I like Mario Kart. Rayman Kart. I was not a fan of Rayman Kart. I'm sorry, Nintendo. It is the only one I didn't enjoy. Apart from, actually, one of the Rabbids ones. That was a bit dumb. But I could not get Rayman Kart to work. I mean, I got it to work physically. I just couldn't get into it. It upset me. It could just be a me problem. I used to love Rayman Bowling, though. I was 3 and in the back of a car, though, so my attention span is probably different than it is today. They tried to do another Generations with the bosses, but it kind of sucked and almost all rehashes. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. If you're going to do a sequel, we don't need rehashes. Personally. Hello, I'm planning to record and release a gameplay video on Tonic Trouble, but it's going to be not going to be the best quality because I have limited resources. Hope you understand. Make what you make. If it's not the best quality, it doesn't matter. You can make what you make, and if you're happy with it, that's all that counts, I reckon. I mean, if you're not happy with it, then you're not happy with it. But if you're happy with it, then that's what counts. Rayman being in an existing kart racer is more likely than a full-blown new Rayman kart racing game. Oh yeah, Rayman being in Sonic Cross Worlds is more likely than Rayman Kart 2, or whatever you'd call it. What 2D Rayman boss would work the best in a 3D game? Space Mama, and I'll tell you for why. Because Space Mama is a problem in itself. It's very difficult, but also so limited. It's so like that it's like it's trying to do a lot and trying to be really complicated, and there's not enough space to do it. So Space Mama, because you've got all those like dodging bits where you got to dodge her like crock pots or whatever she throws at you. That would be really fun in 3D. And also, yes, like Mega Motion says, you can see her from all angles. That said, I'd like Mr. Sax. That'd be pretty cool in 3D. To be honest, any of the Rayman 1 villains, apart from maybe No, Mr. Stone. I was thinking Mr. Stone might be a bit difficult. Because I kind of like that you just jump over him, and hit the thingy. But it could still work, I think, maybe. Corkben, have you played Rayman 1 on the DSi? And if so, what did you think? Today is the day I finally admit Rayman 1 on the DSi was the first time I ever played Rayman 1. And I really liked it. It is a bit easier than on the PS1 because you have more lives. Like, you have more health. But it's also a bit harder because you're playing it on a DS. But my favourite thing about it is that the checkpoints, you know, where they take a little picture of you? Yeah, it takes an actual picture of you. So when you're playing at 4 AM and you don't want your parents to hear you and your DS goes a million times volume, that's a bit sucky. But the rest of it's good. Dilly dilly. Giacomo Boni made a concept of how Mr. Sax would work on a 3D Rayman game. He showed it on Twitter. Yeah, he did. He was told to take it down. He took it down. I don't know if he was told to. He did take it down. I'm assuming Ubisoft told him to take it down. It's why I had a feeling for a while that it was a Rayman 1 remake, because why would he, of all people, who, you know, worked on Rayman, designed the current Rayman design, why would he be redesigning Mr. Sax? Probably because it's a Rayman 1 remake. The reason why there's more Rayman Alives is simply because Rayman has games that can be made into good fan games. That is true. That shutter sound effect was so fucking loud, you're right. Fucking... Why was the DS camera so loud? What I want to know is why you couldn't turn down the DS camera sound. There's no reason when you've got the DS quiet, fucking hell, with no volume. Why does the camera have to make a sound? Why does the camera sound have to be different, a different volume to the rest of the DS? That's what I never understood. There's a lot of things I didn't understand as a child. There's a lot of things I didn't understand as an adult, in fact. 3D Rayman 1. I don't think it is going to be a 3D Rayman 1, but for a long time I did think it was going to be a 3D Rayman 1 because of that concept art of Mr. Sax. But I realise now that he doesn't work for Ubisoft anymore, so he may have just made that for fun. I think because of when he was doing it, it may have just been like a potential thing they were going to put in Mario and Rabbids. As for the Rabbids, because of a lot of the games are minigame collections, you can't do much with them apart from Rabbids Go Home. The Rayman fan base is utterly bonkers. The amount of people, the amount of Rayman games, official Rayman games, compared to the size of the fan base and how much the fan base is active, you know, with stuff like Rayman Alive, it's astounding. It doesn't quite line up, and I think that is really a testament to how good Rayman is, that it doesn't need more than 5 mainline games to have a fan base that dedicated. A new 3D Rayman game may somehow be more likely than Beyond Good and Evil 2 at this point. Oh, honestly, if everything goes well, if Ubisoft actually do what they've promised, we could be seeing 3D Rayman, Beyond Good and Evil, and Prince of Persia all within like 2 years of each other. It's going to be 2003 all over again. I can't wait. How would you feel if they made another Arena/M-like game with online multiplayer? Fantastic. Would love it. I think they should anyway. Whatever they're doing, whatever this remake is, I think it should have a multiplayer component, because it'll keep the game alive and keep the franchise alive a bit longer, you know? Is Jano really a bad guy? Ah, man, he's just having a bad dream. We've all had bad dreams. I had a bad dream yesterday. I dreamt that Rayman 2 was coming out on the Switch and I'd have to fucking play it with these awful controls. Oh wait, no, that was a real one. Oh, damn it. Part of the plot of Rayman 4. Rayman 4 doesn't exist. Bollocks. Was going to be Andre and Rayman having to team up to defeat the Rabbids, and apparently Andre was going to have a girlfriend too. Really? See, this is what I don't like so much. Rayman is so full of creativity. It would, to me, it would kind of feel a bit like a cop-out if Rayman 4 had a returning villain just for the sake of, like, saying, "Hey, villain's back, Andre's back," you know. Whoa, whoa. Like, even fucking the fairies change in each Rayman game. You know, this dude, Sam, with about 300 S's, never see him again, except, I think, to be fair, Razov killed him, and you see his head on the wall. But, you know, I like that every Rayman game is like an entirely different universe. I like that. So I don't want to see Andre be a main character again, you know? Rayman Arena and M online when? One day. One day we'll do a stream of that. Fuck. I love this level, but I can't. I'm not precise enough for this level. Woof, I shouldn't have survived that one. There we go. There we go. Goodness me. What are we doing? I've been streaming this for way too long to only be on the 3rd level still. But I was faffing around on the fit a little bit too long in the settings. Ah, yeah, penis. This is the only annoying bit. Okay, you go around one more time, right? We'll take one more loop. One more, one more, one more. Oh, yeah. Dude, your channel is going to go mental whenever they announce a new Rayman. I know! I wish they'd fucking hurry up. I'm having to resort to Simpsons videos here. It's going downhill. Soon as they announce bloody Rayman 3 Remastered, if it's real, and it bloody has to be real, soon as they announce that, 10,000 subscribers, I'm sure it'll happen overnight. Because I'm just going to make some fucking Nikocado Avocado style, I'm always 2 steps ahead style video, and you know, it's going to get views. I'm not saying everything's about the views, but at this point I just want to feel vindicated. I just want to know that I was right. I'm so sure that I was right about Rayman 3 Remastered. I'm so sure. All the clues are there. All the logic is there. I have to be right. I have to know that I'm right. And I'm sorry, I have to be insufferable about the fact that I was right. If I was right. It's going to happen. I wish they'd hire you as well. Maybe one day. Hopefully. Is Sam still alive? I didn't know. I thought Sam was one of the creatures that Razov had hunted. You bastard. Can't believe they put Rayman in a trench coat holding a gun on the news in the Netflix cartoon a couple of... Yeah. Captain Laserhawk is a weird show, isn't it? Aren't we talking a lot about Rayman games? What? Rayman? Never heard of him, mate. Certainly don't want to talk about him. I unfortunately talk to my partner about Rayman sometimes, and she doesn't understand. She doesn't get it. She doesn't have whatever's wrong with all of us. Although she does know who Glowbox is, so if you're still watching Glowbox, you better look out. Oh, there you go. You'll be right eventually, my friend. Well, thank you. I'd fucking better be right. If we don't get a Rayman 3 Remaster, I'm going to be so embarrassed, because I have said with absolute certainty so much that it's real. And I want to clarify here. I don't know anything. Obviously I wish this was true, but Ubisoft haven't. You know, he texted me and been, hey, you know how you're bad-mouthing us all the time? If you shut the fuck up, we'll tell you the truth. They haven't. I was hoping that would happen. I was hoping if I say enough rude things about them, they'd bribe me, but no. So all of this time I've been saying it's definitely real is just me being so sure of my theory. So I'm going to look like a real bellend if it's not true. So it's no longer I want it to be true because I want to play Rayman 3 Remastered. It's that I need it to be true to save face. This is what's actually happening here. It's desperation. It'd be nice if I didn't keep dying here as well. There we go. Frozen trophy of the Tinsies. I missed part of a conversation there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Lovely jubbly, mate. Excellent. Lee the Fairy was in the longest shortcut. Yeah, she was in that secret room. That is true. What if the Rayman 2 remake is in Roblox of all things? Well, do you know, the Rabbids have fucking invaded Roblox or something, haven't they? They've done like a Rabbids takeover, so it genuinely is a good chance that there'll be some kind of crossover. They have sage and onion stuffing flavoured mayonnaise in Aldi, so that's what I'm doing after this. You see Sam in Count Razov's manor. I thought so. Yeah, thank you. I know I'm not crazy. Look, the way I see it, and I can tell you this because I'm not under an NDA or anything, the Ubisoft have absolutely been watching my channel. So the Ubisoft, the dude that runs the Rayman account, or dude or lady, based on how they talk, I'm pretty sure it's a dude. I don't want to do this. Yeah, person that runs the Rayman Twitter account DM'd me because I accidentally doxed myself. Basically, I tweeted saying, "Hey, can you follow me?" as a joke, and then they did. And I came up with the condition that I'd buy another copy of Rayman 3. So they said, send proof. And then they immediately followed me. So I didn't have to do it, but I thought, can't have enough copies of Rayman. And as a joke, I did it anyway because it was £2. So I ordered it, and I put a screenshot of the order on Twitter. But I scrubbed out my address and everything. I was like, this is great. This is going to make everybody laugh. Didn't scrub it out properly, and I accidentally doxed myself. So I immediately deleted it, and we all had a good laugh. About 3 people have my address now. And then I got a DM from Rayman, which was a very surreal moment, saying, "Hey, I just replied to your tweet again to distract everyone from the accidental doxing," which is really funny. Oh yeah, so then I was just like, "Oh, thank you, that's very kind. Thanks for the follow, really appreciate it." And he was like, "Oh, no worries. You don't have to have bought the game. Your content is amazing." And then I was like, "Oh shit, the Rayman dude. He's watching my videos." Meaning technically, someone at Ubisoft has been watching my videos. So the point is, I think it's possible, since Ubisoft, and when I say Ubisoft, I mean at least one human being. It could only be that one person. But I also know that person fed back some of my feedback to the Ubisoft people. Or not feedback, but they mentioned me to the Ubisoft people. Basically, if they've seen my videos and they see you all commenting, "Yeah, Rayman 3 Remastered would be sick" on that first video, and it's already been 16 months since I made that video, maybe they'll just make it, and it was my fault. That was what that entirely long-winded story was getting to. I'm really sorry, that wasn't worth it. Whoa! Thank you for the clogation. Super chat. Every Rayman game is another one of Polocus's dreams. Do you know what? I was trying to explain to my partner the other day how the continuity of Rayman works and my own headcanon of it, and that's exactly how I described it. And that's how I described the story of Legends, was that while there's not much story, the idea is that the Polocus, or the Bubble Dream, is having a nightmare, and they're just full of baddies, and you got to sort of defeat the baddies that his nightmare keeps creating. So yeah, and also thank you for the super chat. I think somebody said they were having dinner, and they will catch us later, so have a good dinner, hope it's yummy. Hello Mr. Ben of Cork. Don't call me that. At Corkben on Twitter is taken up by some dude from Cork in Ireland called Ben, and it's really annoying because he hasn't tweeted in a very long time. I know he doesn't use the account, and I want the handle, but he's got it. So I'm not Ben of Cork, I'm Cork of Ben, thank you very much. Superclog. Rayman himself doxed Corkben, then sent Ubisoft soldiers to Corkben's house. Yeah, to be honest, the whoever runs the Twitter account is really nice. They reply to a lot of my tweets now. And yeah, sent me a few messages, which was really surreal actually, not only getting followed, but having multiple tweets liked and DMs from the guy that runs the Rayman Twitter account, considering I've been a Rayman fan for 22 years or something insane. That was a real, crazy moment for me. Well, I'm out because I feel sick. Goodbye. Goodbye. I hope you feel better. Also, if I missed any chats from you, I did see you sent a few things. If I missed chats from you, I'm sorry. I'm obviously not seeing everything. Because there's a lot of people in the chat today. You've become the Rayman YouTuber, the Rayman man. Yeah, do you know what? I saw in a comment section someone referred to me as the Rayman guy, and do you know what? That made me so happy. they were like, oh, the Rayman guys already made a video about this. And I was like, is that me? Well, I made the video a day before, and someone was like, what, Corkben? And they go, yeah. So it's me. I'm the Corkben guy. No, I'm not. Well, I am. I'm the Rayman man, which is surreal, but also outside of a very specific sphere. I'm not. That's the one ego stopping thing. You know, I sound like a what's the word? Humble man now. But the truth is, 8,000 subscribers for Rayman is pretty good, because I don't think there's that many Rayman fans. I mean, there are, but like compared to like Assassin's Creed, where Assassin's Creed channels sort of stagnate at 100,000, and that's one of the biggest franchises in the world. Nearly 10,000 Rayman fans following me. I'd say that's a bloody good majority of Rayman fans that are likely to be watching YouTube videos. So I'm very, very pleased that I've been able to connect with you all. You've all heard this awful rumour of Rayman 3 Remastered. Rumour, I say rumour. Theory that became a rumour that accidentally forced Ubisoft to announce that they were doing something. Whoopsie. So hopefully it's true. Isn't it implied in this game's info dump that Rayman isn't one of Polocus's creations, and he might not belong in this world? Very possibly. I think that would be a cool place to take the narrative of the next one. Although I do kind of like that we don't fully understand Rayman's origins. Even after the game Rayman Origins, you'd think it would cover Rayman's origins, but obviously that's not how anything works. Yeah. Hey, look, I never said Rayman 3 Remastered tomorrow. I always said it'll be next month. We've done that 365 days in a row. If I'm right, if this comes true, you do understand. Anyone that's ever doubted me for even a second owes me a massive apology. Not apology, or just, you know, a firm handshake and a smile will do. Any news about the Rayman 2 remake? I want to clarify, it's probably not Rayman 2. There's a Rayman 2 fan remake. Ubisoft supported it at Rayman Alive, so that's probably means they're not remaking Rayman 2 themselves. They're probably remaking, realistically, it's one of the 2D ones, which is really exciting, because that means we're going to get a 2D game probably in 3D. I never doubted you. Thank you. What's the reason that Glowbox has a different voice in Rayman 3 cutscenes? My theory is they got John Leguizamo and Billy West very late in development after the cutscenes have been created. Yeah, I think they got, because there are some cutscenes already animated in the beta of Rayman 2, but they're not voiced, and they're also old cutscenes, so they updated the cutscenes after that. I have a feeling they didn't have John Leguizamo for more than a day, so they got him to record all of his lines and then did the cutscenes afterwards, and they just had to get a stand-in. That's my theory. Spyro 4 or Rayman 4, which will happen first? Oh, Spyro 4. Spyro 4's in development. We know this. Like, it definitely is. The Canadian fella, what's his name? The Canadian guy? Hey? I don't know what his name is. He's not wrong. Like, Spyro 4 is absolutely in development. We didn't see it at the Game Awards, but it's coming. I reckon 18 months. Summer 2027 at the latest, I reckon. It is absolutely real. There's no denying it at this point. I think it's pretty much been confirmed that they're working on it, hasn't it? Like, Spyro 4's coming. Canadian guy, eh? Yeah. That was in fact a joke. A Christmas joke. I applied to be an editor for him. And he got so many responses he wasn't able to look through them all, and I think I was just a bit too late. But then my roof broke, and then I really needed an editing job. And then my roof got fixed for cheaper than they said it was going to be. And then they didn't do it properly. And even though I've got a warranty, and I told them they didn't do it properly and they need to come and fucking fix it because our roof is still leaking, they still haven't come to fix it. So do you know what? If you could donate 10 grand right now, that would be really, really nice. I might survive this. I'm kidding, please don't do that. I'm trying to understand what you mean by Rayman 3 Remastered. We already have one on PS3. So the one on PS3 is just an HD port, which is not really remastered. It is the same game, but running at a higher resolution and a higher frame rate. Rayman 3 Remastered will still be fundamentally the same game, but, and this is the exciting part, instead of running at a higher resolution, there will be new character models and new textures. So if you look at Beyond Good and Evil, which had the same trajectory, came out in 2003. In 2011, it had an HD port on PS3, which was just upscaled, or not upscaled, like a high resolution. Then it had a proper remaster, and it looks like a different game. I mean, it's the same game, but it looks better. Because they did new textures, new character models, blah blah blah. So that's what I'm thinking Rayman 3 Remastered has to be, if it's real. So yeah, I hope that explanation makes sense. A good old British chinwag. Yeah, Crash Team Racing is not in early development. They had a picture of it on that Twitter banner. That's got to be at least, like, playable. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I missed one. Why did I miss one? Oh, god damn it. It's not even like it's here. For fuck's sake. Okay. Yeah, Spyro 4 is nearly done. I'm sorry. A lot of game companies have realised that long marketing cycles is profoundly stupid. Ubisoft included. So, you know, it doesn't... The companies are just going to be like, hey, Spyro 4 exists, and then it's out in 6 months. That's my thinking. Because it definitely exists. Crash Team Racing 2 also exists, and I think it's closer than you might think. 2011 seems way too late to release an HD port of Rayman and Beyond Good and Evil. Well, guess what? Rayman 3, the HD port, came out in 2011 to help promote Rayman Origins. The Beyond Good and Evil one actually came out in 2012. Even later. I know. Disgraceful. Are you having a laugh back there? My dad's called Dave, and I call him, are you davin a laugh? He doesn't like me very much. I've been playing the OG Ratchet and Clank. Oh, it's a good game. Imagine if Rayman 3 Remastered has the laser can power-up redesigns from Sparks of Hope. I do wonder what they would do about that. Like, if they are remaking a Rayman game, do they do the new character model? And if so, do they change the remaster character model? I think they should. Sam and Max, Tomb Raider, and even Bubsy and Gex released a trilogy collection recently. I'm hoping for a Rayman one. Yeah, I mean, it is possible. 6 months should be standard to reveal a game, honestly. Absolutely. When did they announce GTA 6? 2 years ago? Yeah, it was December. Or November, wasn't it? 23? Like, come on. I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore. Caribou stew. Sorry. Yeah, no, they got 6 months should be standard. You heard about the lack of saving for this and Tonic Trouble. Yes. Using save states. You know, I've never played Klonoa. I don't know much about Klonoa. Obama? I barely Klonoa. When did they announce the Elder Scrolls 6? I don't know, 2018 or something ridiculous. They weren't working on it when they announced it. They did that solely to up their market value, to push Microsoft to pay more to buy them. That was the only reason. Like, it's becoming more and more clear every time that Bethesda do something, is that the Elder Scrolls 6 announcement was entirely to either make more money from Microsoft or prevent the buyout. There's no other explanation. Because they just, like, that game simply doesn't exist, or didn't exist. They didn't start even pre-production, probably by that point. Bye. Goodbye. Why? Rockstar sent the actual FBI after a guy that leaked GTA 6. Yeah, I think probably a Rayman leak isn't going to be taken quite as seriously. Mainly because it keeps bloody happening. They're not taking the Assassin's Creed leaks very seriously, are they? Do you think Ubisoft is working on Rayman 4? Yeah. I think they are. Probably pre-production though. How long do you think you'll be streaming for? Honestly, not much longer. You're going to head out. You think you're going to miss some of the stream? You're not going to miss much of it. Because my partner is coming home from work. And it is Christmas. And we don't have a kitchen. So we're trying to enjoy Christmas as much as we can. Without Christmas food. Because we can't cook. So we're going to go Christmas shopping. So I will stop when she arrives, to be honest with you. Elder Scrolls 6 is never happening. If Valve can't count to 3, no one else can count past 5. It's the truth. Games being announced early is sadly becoming the norm. The Star Wars game announced Game Awards is likely releasing in 2030. Yeah, I don't ever want to just see a logo and the words coming soon. Like, that's not... Don't announce it till you can show me the game. Wait, why no kitchen? Oh, we are getting the kitchen redone. Because it was... pretty much not usable. I was like the weak point of the house, so we bought it planning to get it sorted, and now it's being sorted, except the plasterer fell off a ladder, so it got delayed, so now we haven't had a kitchen for a while. And I didn't paint the wet plaster this time. It's still drying. If they make a Rayman 4, I'm sure it will be good. Because it'll be at Milan, right? That's the team working on Rayman now. So, they made Mario and Rabbids and that was good. So I think if they do make Rayman 4, it'll be good. Watching this stream while making a shitty Scratch game. Nice. Thank you, thank you. I hope it turns out okay too. I want to bake gingerbread men and make a tuna's cake. But I can't. Actually, yeah, the Prince of Persia The Lost Crown team is working on Rayman and Beyond Good and Evil 2. So that team, as sad as it is that they got disbanded, that talent is going somewhere. That talent is absolutely... Of course, yeah, it's Montpellier is supporting Milan in development or something. Is that what that leak said? I can't remember. But yeah. I'm optimistic too. I think it's Rayman, you know? It's going to be good. Surely. Cartoon slavery is a no-no, I guess. Wouldn't make the game be rated M though, would it? Man, this is one of my favourite levels. Oh, do you know what? I started writing a Rayman 2 levels ranking video back in March, and I replayed the game on the Dreamcast to write that video. I've since played the game an entire other time, and I'm playing it again now, and I still haven't finished writing it. But this level's way up there. It's not the absolute best, but it's near the top. I love this level. But that's going to be coming soon. I've got to finish that video, because I'd love Rayman 2, basically. How do you get rid of the text on the bottom right? How does one do this? Do you know what? Probably about time I saved. It's been a little while. Well, my partner's not opened any of my messages, so there's a very good chance she's not coming home anytime soon, so the stream might go on a bit longer than expected. Any other mascot platformers that we need to come back instead of Spyro and Rayman? Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter. It's got to come back. It's got to. In the video settings for the NSO menu. I have done the suspending point. Okay. Huh? Huh? What? I'm too stupid to work this out. Can you go further down? Control display. Aha! I was looking right at it. And I got it wrong. I misunderstood. Thank you. Left unopened. No, no, no. Left unopened. It's even worse. Yeah, Daxter was alright. Daxter's alright. I like Daxter. You can play that on PS5 now. But Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, which to be fair you can also play on PS4 and 5 and 3 and 2 and Vita, is a bloody good game. They gotta bring Jak and Daxter back. Hell, Jak 2 and 3, for God's sake, are fantastic games. Jak X is a better racing game than fucking Crash Team Racing or whatever other ones there are. I don't understand. Yeah. You watched the Game Awards, right? I got drunk and streamed the Game Awards with a couple of sexy gentlemen in the chat right now. Bradley the Badger looks pretty cool. That was the game by the guy that directed Mario and Rabbids, right? Yeah, it did look really good. I'm intrigued by that one. Did you purposefully turn on the CTR filter? I did! I do, occasionally. Some of the things that I do on purpose. It's not very common. Most of what I do is an accident, like myself, but we get there. Yeah, I would prefer it if the weird background on the side was either gave me the option to like stretch the video. I don't want to. I want to play it in the correct aspect ratio for the record. But like, I'd like it if that was an option, or just have it be black. Would be nicer. To be honest, I probably should have cropped the streaming border to cover the thingy, but I didn't, and my Bruce Foresight was wrong. Oh, I forgot the N64 one has bad animations. Jak X is insane. That game is the reason I got into Queens of the Stone Age. Do you know what? Me too. Queens of the Stone Age are playing in London next year with System of a Down. It's like a dream come true. Both brand deals in Tonic Trouble are still there. If the product is unchanged, and bear with me on this one because I'm not sure how this works. If you remaster a game and you haven't renewed the brand deals, then yes, you have to remove the music. But if you port a game completely untouched like this, am I right in thinking you don't have to change things? I think with Tonic Trouble they won't have needed to renew those deals as long as the game is untouched. But if they remastered it officially and it was officially a different release, then I think they would have had to have done it then. I need to dabble in more of Ubisoft's early 3D games. Donald Duck going quackers. Rayman 2 and 3. The Prince of Persia trilogy, of course. Beyond Good and Evil. Tonic Trouble. Magnificente. This level's a top 5. I love this level so much. Need another beer. Has anyone been watching Stranger Things? Is anyone else equally as angry that it's not very good? Because it used to be good. They had to renew the brand deals to port the Mega Man Legends games on PS3. Were they direct ports? Or was it like a collection? Because a collection would count as a re-release. But if it's a direct port of an unchanged game... Nah, if a port's different... This is like a museum in a way. Because it's a completely untouched port. So I think it gets away with it. Removing content from a game due to brand deals is so stupid. Cough. Sonic 3. Cough. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hate it when, like, you then just can't get a game anymore. Like, Forza Horizon. I think you can only buy the 5th one now, because it's the newest. Because 1, 2, 3, and 4 have all been delisted because they had music in them. Like, what the fuck? At least just take the music out and still sell it. Like, I'd rather be able to buy the game minus the music than just not be able to play the game anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, that game is gone now. It's very silly. Or you could just buy games on disc, which is what we should all be doing anyway. Thanks, Murphy. See you in Rayman 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Thanks, Ubisoft, for doing what we've all been wanting a long time. Fun fact, Rayman 2 on Nintendo 64 supports a family of 3. Supports both the low resolution and high resolution mode if you have the expansion pack. Oh, dude. High resolution, 360p. Living a life of luxury. Like the kids in a Simpsons mod. There is a Simpsons hit and run mod called An Unusual Christmas. There will be a video about said mod on my channel tomorrow. I implore you to watch it. Even if you're not inclined by the Simpsons hit and run. You got to watch this video and you got to find out what happens in this mod. I promise you, nothing will prepare you. You'll never in a million years work out what happens in the Simpsons hit and run mod, An Unusual Christmas. I promise you. You'll never very few things leave me utterly speechless, and that mod left me utterly speechless. And the trailer for that new Animal Farm film. Fucking hell. Has anyone seen the trailer for that new Animal Farm? The animated one with Seth Rogen. That left me utterly speechless. Need to preserve my gaming collection on a hard drive or something, but that's so expensive. Yeah, I should probably do the same. Luckily, most things are downloadable, and I can't see certain things ever stopping being obtainable online. You know, through completely legal means. Although if a game has been delisted, piracy is no longer illegal. Not that piracy is illegal anyway, but that's a different issue. Something unusual does happen. Something fucking bonkers happens, which is why you got to watch it, because it's very funny. Seth Rogen in Animal Farm sounds oxymoronic / hypocritical, even though I can't prove it. Oh, yeah, for the record, this new Animal Farm is genuinely completely misunderstands what Animal Farm is, for the record. The Animal Farm is about how communism, even if you all say, hey, we're all equal, power can still corrupt. So a communist group, they're all sharing is caring and all of that. But still, the power can corrupt the pigs. That's the premise of it. In this animated film, the humans corrupt the pigs. Meaning, like, it just actually is nothing to do with what the book was about. It's utter, yeah, firstly, Animal Farm kids movie is hilarious in itself that they're making that. Starring Seth Rogen is astounding to me. And the premise of the film being the exact opposite of the book, it just makes for one of the most jaw-dropping trailers I've ever seen in my life. Truly one of the moments of all time. It's directed by Andy Serkis. I used to have respect for that man until he got behind the camera, and it turns out he's actually just not talented. All this time we're like, he plays Gollum, he plays Snoke, he plays the monkey from the Monkey movie. No, he's not talented. If you fucking look at the side-by-sides of his performances, the VFX artists are animating all of his facial movements. He just shows up on set to have a good time. That's all that's going on. As soon as he directs anything, it becomes clear that he has no fucking clue how to make movies. And this Animal Farm is... Jesus. Seth Rogen, the same dude that did the DK rap. I will cry. No, you think you saw someone mentioning that inserting the Soviet anthem over a previous Animal Farm animated would be less disrespectful. No. I saw the same tweet. They said inserting the Soviet anthem over the movie Babe, Pig in the City would be a better adaptation than the new Seth Rogen one. Watership Down movie with twerking rabbits and Beyonce. Is that what happened in it? I know they made one. I know they made a new Watership Down, and it was made in like 2021, and the animation looked like it was from the 80s. Adolf, a Pixar movie. Do you know what? But looks more. That would be more interesting than Animal Farm. Movie adaptation of Mein Kampf. Why not? Venom 2 was decent. That is definitely an opinion. Not an opinion I share, but I mean no disrespect. I don't think any of the Venoms were particularly good. I don't think any of the Spunk movies were particularly good. And by that I mean the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Spunk. The worst of which obviously being Venom. Mein Kampf story mode. Of course, it's an interactive movie game. You gotta press the buttons. Oh, Clark. They'll never make me like you. Whoa. Yes, okay, so another difference between this and the PC version is that not only are the textures a bit lower quality, the 3D models have fewer polygons. Did you see the new Spider-Man leaks? What, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that leaked the day after the Avengers Doomsday trailer? Genuine, you can't make it up. Spider-Man's so funny. Avengers Doomsday manages to make it this far without leaking anything until the trailer that is being shown to the general public gets filmed, because of course it does. Nothing leaked. The thing in the trailer was rumoured, but at no point was it ever leaked. No one actually had evidence of that. And then Spider-Man Brand New Day has just been leaking left, right and centre every second of every day. It's just incredible. What a film. Sounds pretty good though. My cat just smashed my balls in and spilt my coffee, but I got a lock in for the Corkben stream. Thanks, I suppose. What's your cat called? If it's not called Glenn, you should rename it Glenn in punishment. Seeing how you're blasting through this game is showing me how stupid I was at the age of 7. Yeah, I do like to think I can outsmart. Well, I was going to say outsmart a 7-year-old, but I think outsmart a 7-year-old just proves that I really can't. Also, I've played this game about 50 times, so I wouldn't hold 7-year-old you to much comparison here. You know, I don't think it's a very fair comparison. I hate that the DS version was the first version of this game that I played. No, it's great, because it then means that every subsequent playthrough of Rayman 2 is better than you remember, because your first memory is not very good. SMRT. Yeah. I'm not very smart. Although I did an IQ test the other day. Turns out I'm quite clever. Except, you know, just only with exactly the kind of thinking that IQ tests do. You know, not real thinking. Basically, I'm good at logic puzzles and that's it. It would be an undertaking and may not be worth it, but you could do every Rayman franchise level ranked video. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so I've done a Rayman 3 level ranking video, and I've written some of a Rayman 2 ranking video, and my plan absolutely was to do one for every single Rayman game and then do a big one that's like 6 hours long and ranks every single level in every single Rayman game. and I would split up the Rayman 3 levels, because there's only 9 of them. I'd split them up into the sub-levels. That was in fact my plan, so I probably will still do it, but you're right, it is quite an undertaking, and I think I might wait and do that as a special for like a big subscriber milestone. This soundtrack is so good, you're right. This is one of the best levels as well. Music and visuals and vibes. Oh yeah, consoles in the 90s were a good deal compared to PCs. They still are, to be fair, just everything's got more expensive. The DS version was mind-blowing as a kid. Yeah. Kids are very easy to impress, because we don't understand anything. That's my input on that. Do the different versions have different soundtracks? Mostly no, except specifically this one, which has a MIDI soundtrack, and all the others are stereo or something. This one has a slightly different soundtrack to all the other versions, so that does make sense why you don't quite remember this. Imagine playing this in '99 on a PC with a 3DFX GPU though. To be honest, that's probably what I did just in 2003. I used to play this with Theme Park World. God, that's a good game. You fucking bastard. Dungeon of Good Nightmares. Sometimes I have good nightmares. They're called sex dreams. They're a real nightmare to me, I'll tell you that much. I might go downstairs and get another beer, because I finished my beer. Tomb of the Ancients and intro songs are different in this version. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that you can just continuously hit these dudes. It makes it more fun that you don't have to wait for them. I see you corrected your spelling on a word by typing exactly the same word. Nice one. Do good nightmares exist, or is it an oxymoron? I'm not a moron. I am a bit. I guess it is an oxymoron. It's like saying a paedophobe that likes kids. It's an oxymoron. Wheatley from Portal 2. Who? I see the spelling mishap. Corkben, please. Corkben, please what? What did I do wrong? I don't think I said anything wrong. Well, I probably did. I normally say something wrong. Did a pub quiz the other day. Said everything wrong. Oh, bollocks. I wasn't looking. The mini Jano enemies are way more fun to fight than against the actual boss. Yeah, that's the problem. It's a shame. That's the one downside to this level, I think. Although I like it, but it's a bit long-winded considering you're not really fighting him and it's the same steps over and over again. Played the game on PS1 and PS2. How does this version compare to these two? Oh. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. An entirely different game than what you've played. Fucking entirely different game than what you've played. So fundamentally there are 3 versions of Rayman 2. There's the base version, which is what I'm playing now. Came out on the N64, the PC, Dreamcast, and then was ported to iOS, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo 3DS. And now the Switch 2. That's the base version of the game, and it is the level-by-level situation. And all the levels are intact. The Dreamcast one has a few more features, but it's fundamentally the same game. The PS1 version is heavily cut down, featuring fewer levels, fewer lums, and some Frankenstein levels with missing gameplay mechanics. You might think the PS1 version is inferior, but it also has some exclusive content in the form of levels that have been Frankensteined or cut down, and therefore are a different experience and fun in their own regard. But it is considered the most inferior simply because it is missing some content. The PS2 version, Rayman Revolution, I'm going to keep going, is considered sometimes the most feature-complete version, transforming the game into somewhat of an open world, merging some levels together, adding all sorts of gameplay mechanics like a big hub world, more lums shaken around in different places, way more stuff to look at, way more like visual noise. That's what it is essentially. Little in-between sections between levels and things like power-ups and mini-games and crap like that. I personally don't care for the PS2 version because it adds in, yeah, exactly, lame pirate mine sections that take up a lot of time, or you have to just carry a baby glow box somewhere for absolutely no reason. I'm not a fan of that. But it is visually way more enhanced. I also don't like the power-up stuff. You know, this game is very much a narrative, and I prefer to be given a power-up when the time comes rather than, you know, when I decide I've got enough lums. But hey ho. iOS, you learn of a new Rayman 2 port every year. Yeah, you can't still get that one, but it was ported to iOS in 2011 at the same time as the 3DS port, both of which are Dreamcast ports with the Glowbox Village taken out. Just because of Glowbox's weak pull-out game. Exactly. All of this was because Glowbox couldn't contain himself. Corkben stickers when I need stickers. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I was going to do a merch drop, which is one of the most disgusting sentences I've ever said in my life. But I will make a couple of t-shirts about painting wet plaster and being proud to clog toilets, and maybe I do stickers then. How rude. I'm sorry, Glowbox. You can contain yourself. The PS2 is mostly more powerful than the Dreamcast. While that is technically not true, I do get you. The Dreamcast was way ahead of its time. Do you think we will ever get the Rayman 3 remastered? Yes. Oh, I really do. I really hope we do. I think we will. Corkben, drop a Cloggers t-shirt and my life is yours. Well, I don't want your life. No offence. You can keep your life. I mean, you can have a t-shirt. You don't have to give me your life for it. You give me a tenner. I finally finished calibrating this slag of a CRT monitor. I shouldn't have called her a slag. I love her. Sounds like every British football hooligan after they've sobered up. Oh, Jano. Oh, Janis Joplin. Where are you? The inside of my mouth is a little bit coarse because I had a packet of crisps, you see. I indulged in some sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar crisps. Except they are the strongest fucking crisps I've ever had in my entire life. It burnt away some of my fucking skin, and now my mouth feels weird. Rayman Legends or Sonic 06? Oh, Sonic 06 any day of the week. I want you to know I'm sitting here with my arms crossed. That's how I play when I'm playing on the Switch. I just like to sit like this. Because it's comfy. And you know, you can hold the Joy-Cons in wherever you want because they're separate. You know, you don't need to sit with them on your genitals. Your cork benitals, in fact. Would you rather have no arms or no legs? Oh, no legs. Why are you British? I don't know. I didn't ask to be. Which console is the most powerful in the 6th generation? What are we in now? 7th? No, we're in the 9th. 6th generation. Oh, it was the original Xbox. That was the most powerful, wasn't it? By a long margin as well. When I was a rich man. Yada. Jesus, there's something wrong with me, I reckon. Would look cute on you. What? Not having any legs? Huh? Man, the camera controls in this game are fucking diabolical. God damn it. No! Oh, that's alright. Oh, tits. Yes. Xbox was most powerful. Hell yeah. Whoa! Microsoft had to drop the ball many times during summer. No one asks to be British, but British asks to be you. Oh, the British apologises for being me, I think you'll find. Oh, they don't have the bloody... Oh yeah, they do. Just the draw distance is disgusting. Delicious, mate. Delicious. We're getting there. This is the only bit. This is the bit that brings this level down for me. Otherwise, this level would be one of the best ever. This brings it down just a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a smidge Simpson. Can't remember if the Dreamcast or PC has the better draw distance. Oh, Dreamcast has fantastic draw distance. You never have pop-in or anything like that. Is the Switch port the N64 one? Yes, indeed, it is. Which Revolution also had fucking... Hang on. Which Revolution had also GameCube and Xbox versions? Yeah, it would be nice if that one had more ports. PS1 Spider-Man versus N64 versus Dreamcast is one of the most interesting differences I've ever seen. Really? I must indulge. The Lego games had pretty big differences between all of their ports, and it got to the point where they were making like 4 different games at one point for each Lego game, because they were still doing Game Boy games. I think the original Harry Potter games were pretty bonkers as well. I think they had hundreds of ports. The most interesting for me is definitely Rayman 2. Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 was crazy because the PC version was just like an educational game, kind of. It was bizarre. Nothing like the console one that was so popular. I'm not wanking, I'm having a scratch. Unbelievable, it's gold! Gold! Oh, a coin! A 2D flat image of a coin. Please get the bad ending first. Of course, of course. They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. Don't show Wario this. Wah! I want the treasure. You know what's another good game? Frogger 2 came out. Do you know what? I have a little bit of the old coding experience and a VFX degree. So I'm actually halfway through making a game called Clogger. I'm not kidding. Which is Frogger, except you are toilet paper trying to land in a toilet instead of a frog on a lily pad. I wish I was joking, but this is in fact something I have done. And I'm halfway through making. So, take from that what you will. SpongeBob the movie on PC was point and click, yeah. You should show a trailer. What, of Clogger? Someone's complaining that the fan remake of Rayman 3 wouldn't be as good as a Ubisoft remaster of Rayman 3. They're wrong. The fan remake of Rayman 3. Rayman 3 Havoc Reignited was incredible. Anyway, I've just told him he's wrong. The new SpongeBob movie is crazy. Why is Ice Spice in it? And why is there so much? There's spanking. I mean, I kind of checked out when Snoop Dogg performed in a tavern and then shot Danny Trejo. That's when I realised that the SpongeBob movies were nuts. Add legally distinct Butterfinger to Clogger. I'll add a lot of things to Clogger. I can't show a trailer though, because it's not like in that playable state. Rayman 3 needs to be on GameCube on Nintendo Online. It does. One day. One day. Only thing I don't like about this level is that you got to replay it. You know, why can't we just fucking go straight back to Clark? George Clark. Rayman 2, Rayman Info. Oh, never mind, deleted. Fair enough. Does Clogger use 2D or 3D graphics? 2D. At the moment, I'm basically just remaking Frogger. And I'm using some placeholder assets because I want to get it feeling good. Because obviously I'm not just going to rip Clogger. That would be illegal. I'm going to make my own like functional version of it. And then I'm going to do a bunch of asset swaps. And then I'm going to make it my own. And then I'm adding loads of modes like puzzle modes and time trial modes and stuff like that. Because that's really easy. I've made half of a game before already called Reaper, where you play as the Grim Reaper and you have to go and do jobs for the devil. And he calls them Grim jobs. Do you get it? I gave up on that because I ended up making this stupid video about Rayman in Astrobot, and then that became more exciting to me as a hobby. And so that's taken up more of my time. So I've not touched that game in like 18 months, but one day I do plan on finishing it because it was quite fun. And it was like a Rayman Origins style movement, so it was very inspired by that. I reckon Reaper could have been quite good. I'll finish it one day. But I'm going to finish Clogger, because Clogger is funnier to me. Do you know any 3D modelling for making characters? Yeah, I've got a VFX degree. Which sounds like a CV thing, but what I mean is like I've got experience doing 3D modeling. Not as much so. When I did VFX, it was more 2D compositing and stuff that I was interested in, but I can 3D model some things. So I guess it was a grim job making a game about grim jobs. Who would have guessed? Yeah. At one point, the devil, who's wearing nothing but like a little sash over his bollocks, he says, "Come here, I've got a grim job for you." And then Grim Reaper looks really scared, and the devil gets his tongue out. And then it turns out he's just sending him up to kill some Nazis. Except it turns out he's not killing Nazis, he's joining forces with the Nazis. And then the Grim Reaper is like, oh fuck. Turns out the devil is an evil bastard, and then he turns on the devil and has to fight the devil. That's genuinely the plot. Turns out the devil's a Nazi, you gotta kill him. Assume you ordered the Rayman art book. Yeah. It would be interesting if the Rayman art book has Rayman 4 like original concept art. Why does a character inflate in almost every Rayman game? It's Rayman, isn't it? Hey, a degree in computer information systems. There's good money in that, I think you'll find. Lost interest in programming. I gotta be honest, programming excites me. I do love a cheeky bit of coding. By the way, where is your Christmas tree? Ah, it is in the living room. I'll post a picture of it on the Discord at some point. I'm in the office right now. Cause that's where my computer is. Because inflation fetish. Thanks, Glowbox. We all have an inflation fetish. Hang on. Did I miss something? No, it's in the next room, isn't it? The Division 1 is kind of a Christmas game. No, it's not in the next room, you bastard. Where have I missed? It's bollocks have I missed fucking this many lums. Oh, dearie me. I'll be honest with you, it's driving me bananas trying to control this game. This is not a good port of Rayman 2. And I don't mean the Switch version, I mean the N64 version. I wish they'd put the Dreamcast one on, but that's not really how this situation works, is it? I do kind of wish they'd, you know, do it with a good frame rate though. Making a roguelike right now, I have no idea about the concept yet. That's not my job, but I'm doing the level generation. Nice. I would like to make a point and click FMV game, you know, like those games from the 90s where it's just like everything's been filmed and it's super cheesy and people just die in really gory ways when you make the wrong choice and it's really over the top and shit. That's what I want to make. So I did a game writing course, which I recently passed, got 90 out of 100, so clearly I can write a story. I want to make that, because that way I'm kind of making a film, which is what I really want to do. That's my actual passion. So I get to do that and turn it into a game. It might work. Might work, it might work. And from when I hit 10,000 subscribers one day, I have a plan. I'm just going to make an entire episode of television. It's a parody of Arrested Development. There'll be no other context to it. I'm just going to make my own episode of it and never mention it again. And it'll be 22 minutes. It'll be the whole shebang. I'm going to play Batman Arkham Origins for Christmas, but my Series X stopped reading discs older than 2018. I don't think you can play Arkham Origins on the Series X anyway. It's one of those weird ones where they just refuse to make it backwards compatible for no reason. Oh, thank you, thank you. It was a 6-week course, so it was pretty intense because there was a lot of assignments on that one. But it was good fun. I learned a lot about how games are written and structured. It's not as simple as it may look. Bollocks. I'm sure you can't play Arkham Origins with a disc in the Series X, because you can't buy it anymore. All the other Arkham games are backwards compatible, not Origins. Because Origins got really expensive on disc because it's not backwards compatible, therefore it's not on the Xbox Store, because when the Xbox Store closed down... Shit. That's crazy that it's with a disc but not digitally. That doesn't feel like how they meant to do it. Thanks, Microsoft. Michael Soft. Michael Bluth. Well, I appreciate I was wrong. Fair enough. Damn, we've still got 37 people in the stream. This is turning me off. So many people watching. Can't do it. Sometimes I just gotta stop saying words, I think. For fuck's sake. What is the worst Batman Arkham game? Arkham Knight. King Kong isn't available digitally. Bollocks. I know, I played that recently. With a disc. Will the Grim Reaper make a cameo appearance? Ah, do you know what? Yeah, I'll put the Grim Reaper in Clogger. And I'll put the toilet paper in Reaper as well. Fuck a duck. God damn it. Hello again. You're back. How was dinner? Did anyone mention that the controller pack doesn't work? Yup, you gotta use save states. You tuned in as I'm playing your favourite bit. Lovely jubbly. Well, we're about to finish it, hopefully. Well, this level. Apparently not. Dinner was good. It was pizza. I want a pizza. Pizza's good. What kind of pizza? What do you have on your pizza? Oh, a stream with the Donkey Kong bongos. Maybe. Maybe. I need to sort out this room and make more space to do this sort of stuff, because obviously that requires a bit more space than just sitting at the desk. In order to at least like zoom the camera out enough to be seen, you know? There we go. Margarita. Now, honestly, I'm the kind of person that prefers a pizza without toppings. You know, I like a bit of pineapple, don't get me wrong. But if your pizza isn't good without the toppings, if the pizza alone with just cheese and tomato, or cheese and sauce, if it's not good on its own like that, then it's not a good pizza. You shouldn't be having it anyway. No toppings, you have a good pizza. That's all you need. Maybe a bit of garlic sauce to go with it. I mean, you know, I'm not silly, but margarita's the best. You 100%ed Donkey Kong Bonanza 3 times already. That is dedication. The canopy. We'll do one more level, because I do know for a fact my partner is nearly home, and so we're going to go out and do fun things. Hopefully. Never mind, she's at Tesco. Thank you, Revolut, giving me notifications about the joint account. Okay, well, we'll do at least this level. Maybe the next one too, because it's Whale Bay, isn't it? And then we'll save the one of the best levels. Fucking hell, for the next stream. Is it just how you imagined, or is there some letdown to this version? It's exactly as I imagined. It's the N64 version, which, you know, I'm not in love with this version. But I'm playing Rayman 2 on a Switch in the year of our Lord 2025. I can't at all complain. I'm a happy boy from that regard. But I did do a poo that you'd have to warn Japan about, so, you know, I'm not doing too good in that regard. But this regard, in the Rayman regard, very happy. I hate this spider. Yeah, this spider sucks. This is the worst bit of the level. I don't like the spider. It's not that it's difficult per se, it's that in some versions of this bloody game, he one-shots you. You die immediately. What's that about? You penis. Mario Odyssey is not pleasant to 100%, I'll give you that. Corkben dropped a 3rd bomb on Japan in this toilet. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the best way and only way to describe it. The spider's quicker in this than it's meant to be. I don't normally have this much trouble outrunning the fucker. Oh, bollocks. Do you know what'd be really good is if I had the power up already? Oh! Go away! Go away! You fucking Wrexham. What's that? Yeah. Well, now would be a good time to call a clogger. I am a clogger. Oh, do you know what? Put bleach down the toilet the other day. It acted as an anti-clogger. Yeah, the music is definitely different in this port, isn't it? It's got a bit more of a retro feel to the sound, I think. Oh, crap. The Great Mighty Pooh, wouldn't you say? Ah, the Great Mighty Pooh. He's gonna throw his shit at you. You all talking about 100%ing Mario Odyssey? Wait till you 100% fucking Mario Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Odyssey in the same year. That was a year of unemployment, I'll tell you that much. The 18 plus Glowbox game. Do you know what? I had a nightmare when I was like 10 that they made a new Rabbids game, because I was a big Rabbids fan back when I was that age. and that it was rated like 30 because the rabbits were so deranged and that I wasn't allowed to play it. That was my idea of a nightmare when I was a kiddie. Ah, spider. What a loser. Alright. Wunderbar. We are making good progress. Ah. Gosh dang it. Try to 100% Jack 3 without exploits. I've never 100%ed that one. What do you have to do to 100% that one again? You've got to do all those awful challenges, don't you? There's hundreds of them. Try 100%ing Crash Bandicoot 4. Rabbids haven't been minion-fied. Rabbids did that before the minions even came to be. The minions are a rip-off of the Rabbids. Why did I do that? Jack 1's pretty easy to 100%, I think. It's a good one, because you just have to collect shit. Jack 2 and 3, that's where it gets messy. Oh, do you know what? I can imagine Glowbox in Conker. It does kind of fit. Come on, Globulus. Crash 4 is the Holocaust for completionists. So's the Holocaust, really. Ah, yes, the precursor orbs, the challenge orbs, and the race orbs. That was pretty nuts. I must say, I've never done that, but maybe I'll have to soon. Have you considered Glowbox in Clogger? No, because I don't want to get a takedown for Clogger, so I should probably not use copyrighted characters, you know? Maybe I will, though. Maybe I'll sneak in a little bit of the old Globy. Globus. Globulin. Millie Globby Brown. Come on, Glowbox, you good boy. Come on, good boy. You can go quicker. You talk to him like a dog and he slows down. I don't know what this guy wants from me. Do your little dance. Do it for money. Bloody hell, you've got every achievement in Cuphead. I've done Celeste. Celeste was not a walk in the park. That was a little dicing with death, to be honest with you. But holy shit, Cuphead, that's not easy. Sneak in a fucked up looking Glowbox and call him a globber. And I could do that. He is a good boy. Glowbox is a good boy. Is Glowbox still in the chat? He's a good boy. I've also got S ranked in every boss in Cuphead 2. Fuck it up. How long did that take? Is he gonna do it? Ah, I thought he was gonna do caribou stew. Press B for longer. I fucking will not. I will press Y for longer. God, I hate the Switch controller layout. Why is X at the top and why is A on the right? Ridiculous. Makes no sense. Ooh, my phone buzzed and it was on my rectum. Jesus Christ, I gotta stop saying words. Caribou stew, shootable a day. Oh yeah, just make him green, and he used to be yellow before he misused psychedelic mushrooms. So did John Lennon. He was remarkably green by the end, actually. He was losing a lot of blood, so makes sense. Have you thought about playing Metal Gear Solid 1? I have done. People keep saying I should try it. I never have, so maybe now is the time. Well, not right now. You know, like just on a stream one day in the future. There's a lot of Cuphead style games now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's this happens, you know, because something is popular and good, and then everything is a copy. Butters kills John Lennon. He did. He did. Come on, Glowbox. He's moving quicker now. Oh, Lennon. John Lennon's son's a bit of a Nazi, I think. You gonna try that Badger game in the 3D platform? Absolutely, yeah. That Souls-like plague where everything became a Souls-like. Do you know what I'm sick and fucking tired of? Is people claiming other games are Souls-like when they're just not. Like, there are way too many Souls-like games for sure, but there's also so many that are being classed Souls-like and they just simply aren't, and it annoys me. What games do you recommend from the PlayStation Plus collection? I'll be honest, I don't know what's on there because I like to own my games physically. And thusly, I don't pay for any subscription services unless I absolutely have to, like this one, because there's no other way to play this Rayman. So, or this, you know what I mean. There's no other way to play it on the Switch because I can't own it. But on the PlayStation Classics catalogue, I genuinely don't know what's there. Where's Glowbox? Oh, Globby. Where is he? Oh, for goodness sake. Which son of Lennon is a Nazi? The one that's on Twitter and says Nazi stuff. Anything with a remote amount of difficulty is called Souls-like. Now, yeah, and anything with, like, dodging and rolling is called Souls-like. So many games get labelled Souls-like just because there's like one slight similarity. But also, like, are we still pretending that Dark Souls is the first game to be the way it is? It pisses me off. Complete misunderstanding of everything. Basic fucking common knowledge, to be honest with you. I'm a very bitter man. Keep covering myself in sugar, but it doesn't help. Just a big-nosed bush. The one son he had with Yoko. Yoko? Oh no. No one's ever done that joke again. Yeah, so the one that pisses me off is the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order thing, because they're not Souls-likes. No matter what people say, they are objectively not Souls-like, but people insist that they are, and it annoys me because you've just described. It literally is different. Like, one of the main things that makes a Souls-like isn't present in that game, or is, like, disregarded in that game. No way, you can roll in a Zelda, exactly. Yoko. Let's not worry about Yoko right now. Let's not try and work that one out. There's no explanation for Yoko, oh no. Right, well, I'll be honest with you, fellas. Fellas and fellies and fellows. I'm tired, I need a beer, and I'm gonna eat something. Your mum. So, thank you all for tuning in. Are you one of the 72 people in the world that have actually played Tonic Trouble? Yeah, for about 10 minutes when I was younger, and I never actually played it more. The biggest example of something being copied to oblivion is that one VR game. Which VR game? Oh, the one with the movement. Later, Skater. Yeah, so, cheers for joining, everybody. I will be finishing off Rayman 2 on the Switch at some point soon. Not tomorrow, not for the next few days, but maybe before Christmas. Yeah, 23rd, 24th, something like that. Just a little Christmas stream. A couple more videos coming out before Christmas. I think they'll both be Simpsons, because I'll be honest, those are the ones I've written. But yeah, thanks for joining. This was very fun. Good night, Mr. Guy on my phone. Good night, Mr. Coal Enthusiast. Release the Clogger files. Shh. They don't exist. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, one and all. And a Happy New Year. But yeah. everyone go and play Rayman 2 or Rayman 3 or some of the Raymans. Thanks for joining. This was a very fun stream. Were you on Clogger Island? This is definitely the right time to end the stream. We don't need the Clogger files to come out. But anyway, I'll stream one more time before Christmas, so I'll see you all then. Goodbye.